Hi, my name is Alan Bakke. I grew up in Florida and was a National Merit Scholar in high school. After that, I went to the University of Minnesota, where I got a 3.5 GPA. To help with the cost of college, I joined the ROTC, and as part of that, served in Vietnam as a Marine. I received an honorable discharge as captain, and it was in Vietnam where I first got my interest in medicine. But despite that, I went to work for NASA as an engineer. At NASA, my interest for medicine really peaked, so I finished up some requirements for medical school and scored in the 97th percentile on my MCATs. I applied to medical school in 1973, and all 12 schools rejected me. Most cited my age, and some gave no reason. So in 1974, I applied again, and this time, when I was rejected from UC Davis, I sued them over discrimination because of their special admittance program. I won my lawsuit and was able to attend UC Davis, but the repercussions of this case carried far beyond me.
The decision of the university was that there are social purposes, purposes aimed in the end at eliminating racial injustice in this country and in bringing equality of opportunity. There will be purposes served by including minority students. Well, how important do you think it is?
It seems to me that the first thing that I ought to say to this honorable court is that I am Alan Bakke's lawyer, and Alan Bakke is my client. And I do not say that in any formal or perfunctory way. I say that because this is a lawsuit. It was a lawsuit brought by Alan Bakke up at Woodland in Yolo County, California, in which Alan Bakke, from the very beginning of this lawsuit, in the first paper we ever filed, stated the case. And he stated the case in terms of his individual right. He stated the case in terms of the fact that he had twice applied for the admission to the medical school of Davis, and twice he had been refused, both in the years 1973 and in the year 1974. And he stated in that complaint what now, some 3.5 years later, proves to be the very heart of the thing that we're talking about at this juncture. He stated that he was excluded from that school because that school had adopted a racial quota which deprived him of the opportunity for admission into the school. And that's where the case started. It started with a suit against the university. He stated 3 grounds upon which he felt that he had been deprived of the right to admission to that school: the Equal Protection Clause of the 14th Amendment, the Privileges and Immunities portion of the California Constitution, and Title VI, 42 United States Code 2000D. And those were the 3 grounds upon which he placed his complaint from the very beginning. Alan Bakke's position is that he has a right, and that right is not to be discriminated against by reason of his race. And that's what brings Alan Bakke to this court.